Well, hello there, all of you wonderful people of the internet. It is Wednesday, and we actually started our vlog yesterday on Tuesday like we normally do for Thursday's upload, but some things have happened since this morning that I thought I should just maybe come on here and talk to you guys and let you know kind of what may or may not be happening. I have not been fully honest about how I have been doing PTSD and anxiety wise over the last couple months, and for a few reasons. One, I wasn't sure why it was happening. If you have PTSD and you're further along in your journey, then you know that occasionally you just have a rougher week or a rougher month, and then it kind of lulls back to your norm. That I kind of was just kind of like in that thought process of, oh, it's just kind of a hard time, and after we get past this like little rough patch, I'll be okay. But it just kind of got worse. I've been kind of feeling like I can't, like I'm not a good mom, like I'm not able to do the things that I want to. I don't enjoy the things that I used to enjoy. And I think that it's for a couple of reasons. I think that obviously losing Levi last year was really hard. Try not to cry. I don't think I realized how much he was still doing for me at home, although I fully feel like, for the most part, at least when I'm out of the house with my kids, I'm completely fine and don't feel the need for a service dog outside the home. I know it's not the same for everyone, but I feel like my kids are a very good distraction for me when I'm outside of the house, that I don't fixate on anxiety and I don't really fixate on all the people. Just for some reason, I don't know why, just when I'm with my kids out in public, they are all I focus on. And so I don't get overwhelmed. I don't have really crowd anxiety. It's when I'm not with them that it can become a problem. And I think that combined with kind of losing my full support system when we moved here, that it just kind of like slowly built up over time. Like, you guys know we were with our parents all the time. So every weekend I would get like a short break from just being in 100% mom mode. And if things got really stressful, if I was like, I feel like I just need a weekend off, one of the grandparents would be more than happy to take the kids for the weekend. Kids, especially this age, toddlers, where there's constant screaming and yelling, because, they're toddlers. And it can be a lot to handle every single day and to not get like a good solid break from it. And I've been kind of like scared to talk about it with you guys because I feel like a lot of you guys look up to me in my journey with PTSD, and I don't ever want you guys to think like, look at me and be like, oh, she's struggling again, which means I'll always be struggling. And that probably sounds so stupid, but like I can't put aside my mental health to try and help other people's mental health. You know what I mean? Like that would not be me setting a good example for you guys. And I'm not a perfect mom. Every mom has their struggles. I'm not a perfect wife. I'm not a perfect human being. And I have a lot of things that I need to refocus on to help get me back on track. And I just think that the mix of losing Levi and then moving across country away from our family has been it's been overall great for us. And I just tweeted about this, how Ryan and I have grown so much as a couple, and we've grown so much as a family since moving away. Like I never went out of the house with the girls on my own. I was deathly afraid of that. Like the thought of just going to Target with the girls on my own gave me so much anxiety, and now it doesn't. Like I can go out of the house with them and I'm fine. That's really because we moved here and because I was forced to be put in those situations, and I didn't have those comfort zones anymore. I didn't have those like backup comfort safety things built in anymore. Although I think that it's built up over time and caused some of my PTSD to get worse, it's also caused a lot of things in my life to get exponentially better. So it's a very confusing kind of point that I'm at right now, because I feel like I've made so many huge strides independence wise, but I do feel like my brain is just tired and not being able to just like shut off like someone with PTSD needs to sometimes. I really didn't think I was gonna cry doing this. So basically over the last couple months, I've been talking with Ryan, and we've kind of come to the conclusion that me training a service dog for in-home service dog work would be a good idea and would be beneficial to me. Like I said, I feel like I didn't realize how much, even though I knew, and I even posted an Instagram post about how Levi was still learning on his last week. Like, I should have known that he was still doing a lot of stuff for me, and I guess I just didn't realize how big of a difference it was still making. Each of us takes a very, very different path when we're going through PTSD, and you know, for some, there's a medication that works perfectly for you. For some, there's some other coping strategy that's perfect for you. And for me, it just kind of seems that a service dog was what worked best for me. I was on a lot of heavy medications before I got Levi, and none of them seemed to work. You know, nothing really changed until I got a service dog. And I don't know why. I don't know what it is about a service dog that is so much more comforting and able to change my brain chemistry, I guess, to back to some sort of normalcy. But it's very obvious that a service dog is my perfect medication. And I still don't feel like I'm gonna need a service dog forever. I really don't. And I feel like if you have that mindset of that you're gonna need something forever, then you will. And it makes it hard to get better. I am light years ahead of where I was, what, 9 years ago or something like that. But I don't feel that I'm at a place yet that I'm fully no longer in need of some kind of medication or prescription, if that makes sense. I fully believe a service dog is kind of like an alternative prescription, like natural medicine. And like I said, for some, the medicine is what works for them. For others, you know, it might be some kind of rehabilitation. I was actually just watching a Mike Rowe episode that a bunch of PTSD veterans worked on motorcycles, and that made the huge difference for them. What helps PTSD for other individuals, it's just so mind-blowingly different between each person. You know, fixing motorcycles for those veterans is what helped many of them turn their lives around. And for me, it was a service dog. I think I need another service dog. I don't think I need a public access service dog, and I don't even know if I will train that. And I think in some ways, public access work, it just makes me so nervous, because obviously I've been in the service dog world for almost a decade, which is a long time. It makes me feel super old, actually. Almost a decade. Back when I first got Levi, no one really knew about service dogs. They weren't common at all. Not that they're common now, but they are a lot more common now. And you know, you couldn't walk in anywhere without them trying to kick you out. And I'm so happy for how things have progressed now, and to see all of the service dogs welcome stickers on all of the stores. It's just so awesome to see. I have years of experience in the service dog world, and you guys know I grew up in a dog trainer's house. I probably could train a dog in PA access without issue, but it just makes me so nervous. You can put another service dog partnership at risk. I don't know, I just don't want to mess up. But anyways, so some of you guys may ask, like, why don't you just get Loki from your parents? So some of you guys may not remember that Ryan's actually allergic to Loki. We didn't know, because we got him, I think, kind of like it was either fall or, yeah, I think fall time. I think it was fall. And so it wasn't until that following spring, when all of his dander came out, that Ryan was wrestling with him, and he had turned like bright red all over his hands and was all itchy. Loki is working with other people that use him. He lives with my parents, but he is doing service dog work, and he's helping a close family friend, and like the deep pressure therapy helps a lot with pain and things like that. And he's been helping other people, and I think that where he is where he's supposed to be. So basically, Ryan and I have talked about it. I've been thinking it for the last couple months, and Ryan and I have been talking about it, and we've decided like that, yes, this is probably something that we should be doing and looking into, is getting a dog that's a good family dog, but also a dog that's easily trainable, that I can train to do the task work at home for me. And this morning I came across a listing on a local Facebook group that I'm part of for a pup that is 6 months old and looking for a new home. He is a Great Dane. He's going to be a big boy, but he appears to be like a very good fit for our family. So we are going to be driving 2 hours tonight. I'm gonna meet Ryan at his work with the girls, and we're gonna drive 2 hours to see the dog. And if he seems to be a good fit, then we are going to come back on Saturday and pick him up and bring him home. I don't know if he's gonna be a good fit. We'll find out when we show up. I know that he's good with all dogs. He's good with kids. For those wondering, he is with a breeder. And I know a lot of people are gonna throw their hands up, and I have looked and looked and looked for rescue dogs. When you have small dogs and young kids, and you need to train a dog for service dog work, it drastically dwindles your options for what you can do and the dogs that will work for you. I have reached out to rescues, haven't found a match that will work for us, because it just seems it's like, you know, when dogs end up in rescues, it's usually they're either not good with kids, they're not good with little dogs, they're not good with dogs at all, or they have aggression issues, or something that is not conducive to service dog work. Now, this particular pup is a little different because he is going back to his breeder because the owner of the one that bought him as a puppy, they had actually broken their contract, and so they had to return the dog because they broke their contract. And that's why he's already housebroken. He's crate trained. He knows some basic commands. He's good with dogs and kids. That's why he's like such a perfect candidate at 6 months of age, is because it was strictly whoever owned him before wasn't doing what they were supposed to do, and so they were forced to return the dog. And so it's obviously like a little bit different. I know some of you guys are gonna have opinions on that, but that is the best option for our family and for what I need. And so that's what we're looking into. So we're gonna go tonight, and I don't know if we'll film. I'll show you a picture of him. This is the picture of the little pup. So that is what he looks like. His dad is 150 pounds and his mom is 130 pounds, I think it was. So he's probably gonna be a really big boy, which I'm excited about. I have missed being a big dog family, like a lot. I didn't realize how much I missed being a big dog family. I know I rambled a lot and cried a lot. Really, it comes down to, you know, I don't care what anyone else thinks, if they want to judge whatever my decisions or how I'm handling it, but my mental health comes first and foremost, because if I'm gonna be a good mom and a good wife, and get back to enjoying the things that I loved before, like making videos and getting out of the house, getting out of bed in the morning, I need to do this. This is what I need to do. So yeah, we'll take you with tonight, and if we don't show you the dog, because obviously I don't want to like stick a camera in these people's face or anything like that. If we don't show you the dog, we'll obviously tell you our thoughts after on if we're gonna get him or not on Saturday. But the reason we're waiting until Saturday is, one, we want to sleep on it to make sure like fully that it's not just a good decision for us, but it's a good decision for this pup. Because we want to make sure that he doesn't have to go back to his breeder again, you know? We want him to find a home that is a good home and stay in that home. And two, because, well, preferably I would like him to come home on a weekend so that we are all home and, you know, Ryan's not off at work, so we can all properly get him acclimated. Yeah, let's go meet this pup. Well, we picked up Ryan and we're on our way. What are we going to do, Revy?
I don't know.
I told you. What are we going to look at?
A big puppy.
A big puppy. We've only been on the road 30 minutes, as in 30 minutes driving to meet Ryan first before the actual 2-hour trip. And Ari's already been upset. Oh, I was wearing sunglasses. But I did bring iPads and snacks. Probably gonna have to stop on the way back and grab something for dinner to eat. But we should be good for the way there with the snacks and stuff. So, I'm excited. Let's go meet a puppy. Well, it is 8:21. We stopped for some dinner and we are on our way back home now. I think we decided we're adding another family member. What's with that face?
I was licking my chin.
So little skinny still, and so we found out that it was because basically when they got him, they locked him in the basement. Not these people, the ones that she had originally given the dog to. They locked him in the basement and only fed him once a day, did not feed him enough. So, let alone, you know, you need to feed them more than once a day, let alone not even feeding him enough once a day. And so he got very skinny. And so they brought the dog back to her. It's kind of a long story that I won't go into, but that is kind of the gist of what happened and why he ended up back with her. Danes are typically at 6 months between 70 and 100 pounds, and he still has some weight that he needs to keep putting on. So he's definitely going to be a big guy. We met his uncle. I didn't get any footage of him, but you know, he wasn't going to end up being our dog, so I didn't want to take footage of someone else's dog. But he was huge and beautiful. Such a pretty dog, and they were really nice people. So we're really excited. We're gonna go pick him up on Saturday and then bring him back home. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we have a smooth transition with Callie and Daisy. They like dogs. Callie stays away from dogs. She just doesn't care. They're there. And Daisy wants to be up in their business, check them out. So that'll be fun. You think Callie will like the big dog?
Yeah.
Well, it is 10:40 now. We got home about 40 minutes ago, and it is time to end the vlog. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know this vlog was a lot different than usual, but the next vlog will be normal, but you guys won't actually see him till Tuesday because Saturday's Sunday footage is in our Tuesday vlog. So you guys unfortunately will not see him until Tuesday. Well, I gotta quick end this though because we've got a kid that doesn't want to go to sleep because it's way past bedtime, so she's overtired. But we hope you guys enjoyed today's vlog. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you are new, and as always, we will see your wonderful faces on Saturday.